Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Bluefin Design and I'm Nikhil. And as you know, we are working on designing the Instagram application from scratch, and this is part 4. And in this video, we are going to be looking at shop screen or the shop feature in Instagram and also the Reels screens as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to create a new screen and call it Reels and give it the dark theme. I'll add all the required status screens, the status bars as well. We're going to be working with the header. So I'm going to use the already created components and give the header as Reels. And I've created one more icon for the camera on the top left corner of the header itself. And by adding the camera, the header section is complete. Now I'm going to add the other components, which is the interaction or the engagement initiators in Instagram Reels, which is the like, comment, share, and the options in the Reels screen. As you may know, the likes also shows the counts, and so I'm going to just add the counts for likes on the Reels screen as well. I'll do the same for the comments to show the number of comments which are already there. The last thing to add in this area is the audio that you use and the artist that originally shared that audio. So I've created an image group with a sample image of an artist and a mask to just show the selected area as well. At the bottom of the screen, I'm going to add the navigation bar and then arrange all the items. Next, I'm going to use the already created components like the profile picture of the user who shared the reel, the account name of that user. So I'm reusing the components over here to just speed up my workflow. And since all of these items were made as components in Adobe XD, it's really easy for me to reuse all these items. You may also notice that next to the username, we also have the option to follow that particular user if we aren't already following them. So I'm quickly going to add that option as well. With that added, I am going to move on to add the caption for that reel. So since I've already created this component in my previous video for the post, I'm going to use that particular caption itself. I'm going to copy that caption and just reuse the same component to basically show the name of the person whose audio it is. I added one audio icon or the music icon to notify that this is the audio. I'll do the same thing with the location of the reel as well. So if the user has added the location where the reel was recorded, it shows up next to the audio. Now I'll group all the items together in one group. So I've added the profile picture, username, caption, the music, audio, and the location together, all the engagement options together. And next, I'll actually add the video itself. Now, if you don't know, Adobe XD actually supports adding video files in the latest version. So make sure you're updated to the latest version of XD. When I add the video, I'll also add a mask to only show the area which is visible in the screen. You can view my video where I showed you what you can do with the video files in Adobe XD. I'll link that in the description down below. I'll create 2 more copies of that artboard to show the prototyping and 2 more reels for that as well. I'll change the profile pictures and the videos for those reels so we can create a nice working animation. From the first video itself, and not the mask, the first video, I'll create an interaction which is end of playback interaction. So when the video stops playing, it should automatically move to a particular destination, which in this case is the second reel. So I'll copy the same with the second reel and the third reel itself. So when the third reel ends up playing, um, since we don't have more reels to show over here like infinitely, I'll take the user back to the home screen. Now I'm going to add the actual interaction from the navigation bar so that when you click on or tap on the reels icon, it should start playing the reels for you. Since I made those icons as components, I only have to make that interaction in one place. And that's the power of using components. Now I noticed that when I made the original interactions for the reels, they were actually sliding down, which is the opposite of what it actually happens in Instagram. So I made the quick fix, and now when I click on the reels icon, I see that my first reel is playing. And when it ends, it automatically takes me to the second reel. And then the third reel. Now, what I'm going to do is, as you may already know, you can also swipe up and swipe down to view the next or the previous reels on Instagram. So I'm going to try to simulate that action. So since it's really complicated right now with the video files itself, what I did is I created a transparent rectangle. I'm going to use that as my tap trigger instead of the swipe trigger. But what I did in my reels is, since the tap trigger is going to be auto animate, I'm going to copy my second and the third reel video onto my first screen and arrange it on the layers panel as reel 1, reel 2 and reel 3. So you can think of this as reel 1 is really on the bottom of the stack, reel 2 is on top of that, and then reel 3 is on top of all of those. So I'm going to arrange those as if reel 1, 2 and 3 were stacked together from top to bottom. I'm going to do the same thing and arrange my videos from reel 1, 2 and 3 on the second and the third artboard as well. So for example, on the third screen, I'll move reels 1 and 2 above the reel 3. And when I'm moving on to creating the prototype, I will just use that transparent rectangle that I talked about before and create the interaction with the tap trigger and use the action as auto animate to take me to the next artboard. So as you can see, when I tap on that area, it takes me to the next screen or the next reel in this case. In the actual application, obviously, when the one reel ends up playing, when you swipe up, you can infinitely keep scrolling. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to show you 3 reels. Now we're going to move ahead and work on the shop screen on Instagram. So I'm going to reuse the search screen that we created in the previous video because most of the components are really the same, like the search bar up on the top and also the breadcrumbs below those as well. So you can use those breadcrumbs as filters to show you different products or categories. So I'll quickly add the shop header for this artboard and then arrange the layers below those. I'll rename all the breadcrumbs to relatable options on the shop artboard, like holiday picks, deals, different shops. They keep on changing. For the first product, I'm going to create a rectangle which is half the width of the screen itself, and then I'll reduce 1 pixel because on the first row I want 2 products. So I'll create a square with equal width and height and then use it as a mask. I'll add one product image directly from my Files Explorer or Finder and drag and drop it into Adobe XD and create a mask using Command Shift M or Control Shift M. Once the mask is created, now I can create a 2-dimensional repeat grid by dragging the control bars on the top, on the bottom, and on the right. So you see, just with a few clicks, now I have so many products to work with. On the layers panel now, I'm going to drill down and select that image. And here's the best part about using repeat grids. From Explorer or Finder, I can select a number of images and then just drag and drop all of those images together in one single go, and all of the images in the repeat grid update automatically. I'll just speed up the process of adjusting the image sizes. And now here you go. We have the search screen ready. I'll create a scroll group with the breadcrumbs and the search products. Let's quickly create an interaction from the navigation bar so when you click on the shop icon, it takes you to the shop screen. And obviously, like I did before, this is a component, so I just have to do it once. So here you go. If you like this video, please show some love and hit the like button. Share this video with your network so more people can benefit from these and learn about creating the designs with foundational skills. Also consider subscribing, as I'll be sharing more videos in the future for you. Thank you so much for watching.